Japan is made up of 47 prefectures, and every single one of them is home of an active player in Nippon professional baseball. Today we're looking at the 10 prefectures with the most homegrown players in NPB. I'll also mention the biggest stars to come from those places, as well as some who have recently retired or gone on to play in Major League Baseball. Some have produced more than others, of course. More players naturally tend to come from the ones with larger populations, but that's not always the case. In fact, I think you'll be surprised how much the top 10 here doesn't align with the top 10 in population. And plenty of star players have come from the smaller prefectures. Iwate Prefecture, for one, is nowhere near the top 10 here, but that's where Shohei Ohtani comes from. I'll be using the numbers from the 2021 season here since we don't know who all will be taking the field in 2022, so by the end of this season the order may change a little. I said top 10, but there are actually 11 here because number 10 is a tie. Okinawa Prefecture ranks 29th in population, but it's tied for 10th here with 25 players in NPB last season. The year-round warm weather probably helps with that. No NPB teams on the island, but several teams hold their winter training there. Two-time Pacific League home run leader Hotaka Yamakawa of the Seibu Lions is from Okinawa, and so is SoftBank Hawks starting pitcher now Higashihama. Also at number 10 with 25 players at the NPB level is Hiroshima. With 2.8 million people, it ranks 12th in population, so it's about where you'd expect it to be. It's home to NPB's Hiroshima Carp, but there's no one worth mentioning from the Carp that actually comes from Hiroshima. Yuki Yanagita grew up in Hiroshima before joining the SoftBank Hawks, where he is now a two-time MVP, and 8-time All-Star Sho Nakata also grew up there. For number 9, we go to the Tokyo area. Saitama Prefecture, home to 7.3 million people, 5th most in Japan, is the home of 28 NPB players. It's also home to the Saitama Seibu Lions. Out of those 28 players, there's not one star among them. The best one is probably Hawks outfielder Akira Nakamura. He hit .245 with 8 home runs last year. Number 8 is Hokkaido, the coldest, snowiest, and largest by area. It's home to 5.2 million people, ranking 8th, the only one on this list where its population rank matches its ranking of NPB players. 30 NPB players come from Hokkaido, which is a pretty good ranking considering all the snow they get in the winter. That limits their outdoor playing time. The Northern Islands team is the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. 2 fighters pitchers with sub-3 ERAs come from Hokkaido. Starting pitcher Hiromi Ito, a rookie last year, and closer Toshihiro Sugiura. Number 7 is Aichi, the 4th largest prefecture by population, and home to Japan's 4th largest city, Nagoya. That is where the Chunichi Dragons call home, and 36 NPB players call Aichi their home, including several Dragons players. Best of those would be veteran outfielder Yohei Oshima. Others that come from Aichi, Carp closer Ryoji Kuribayashi, the Central League Rookie of the Year last year after recording 37 saves and a 0.86 ERA. Hawks pitcher Kodai Senga, one of the best starting pitchers in NPB over the last few years, especially in 2020 when he won the Pitcher's Triple Crown. But these guys will always be overshadowed by Aichi's most famous athlete, the legendary Ichiro. Number 6, Tokyo, the 3rd smallest in Japan by area, but the largest by population with over 14 million people. You probably expected this one to be higher on the list, but here they are. The home of the Yomiuri Giants and Yakult Swallows is also home to 48 NPB players. The best hitter in Central League last year, the league leader in batting and on-base percentage, Carp outfielder Seiya Suzuki is from Tokyo, as is another Carp hitter, second baseman Ryosuke Kikuchi, the best defensive player in Japan over the last few years. Hawks starting pitcher Shuta Ishikawa, who tied for the league lead in wins in 2020. Baystars reliever Yasuaki Yamasaki. No shortage of star players there. Some good players from the recent past who also played in MLB are from Tokyo. Hisashi Iwakuma, a Cy Young finalist in 2013. Tadahito Iguchi, a member of the 2005 World Series champion White Sox, who is now manager of the Chiba Lotte Marines. And Daisuke Matsuzaka, born in Aomori but grew up in Tokyo. Number 5, Fukuoka. With 5.1 million people, it has the 9th largest population of all prefectures in Japan, the biggest on Kyushu Island, and its capital is the city of Fukuoka, the 6th largest city in Japan and home to the SoftBank Hawks. It gets really close here. With 49 NPB players, it's 1 ahead of Tokyo, 1 behind the number 4 prefecture, and 2 behind number 3. Tigers catcher Ryutaro Umeno, one of the best defensive catchers in the league, and Baystars pitcher Shota Imanaga both come from Fukuoka. And Tsuyoshi Shinjo, the new attention-grabbing manager for the Fighters, also grew up there. Number 4, Chiba. Back to the Tokyo area for this one. Population of 6.2 million, the 6th most in Japan, home to the Chiba Lotte Marines, and 50 NPB players come from there. Some really good ones too. Giants outfielder Yoshihiro Maru, a 2-time Central League MVP. Rakuten Eagles starting pitcher Hideaki Wakui, who previously played for his hometown Marines. Fighters starting pitcher Naoyuki Uwasawa, and the Fighters top hitter Kensuke Kondo. 2012 Central League MVP Shinosuke Abe just retired a few years ago. He also came from Chiba. Number 3, Kanagawa, just over 9 million people, giving it the 2nd largest population, with its capital city Yokohama being the 2nd largest city in the country. And it's home to the Yokohama DNA Baystars. 51 NPB players came from Kanagawa. The best ones are all pitchers. Tomoyuki Sugano, a two-time MVP and a two-time Sawamura Award winner. Tigers pitcher Koyo Aoyagi, a 13-game winner with an ERA under 250 last year. And Eagles closer Yuki Matsui, who registered a 0.63 ERA in 43 games last season. Number 2, Hyogo. Its population of 5.4 million ranks 12th in Japan, so it's really overachieving here. Its capital city, Kobe, is the 7th largest in Japan. Another city, Nishinomiya, is home of the Hanshin Tigers, the famous Koshien Stadium, and the annual National High School Baseball Championship. As you can imagine, baseball is a big deal there, and it's no surprise that it's turned out so many professional players, 54 of them to be exact. Eagles pitcher Masahiro Tanaka, a former MVP, two-time Sawamura winner, and two-time Major League All-Star. One of his teammates in Little League was 2019 MVP Hayato Sakamoto. What's funny is that Sakamoto, not Tanaka, was the ace of that team. He is now a shortstop for the Giants, but very likely grew up as a Hanshin fan. 2015 MVP Tetsuto Yamada, the second baseman for the Yakult Swallows. Two-time stolen base king Koji Chikamoto, comes from Hyogo and plays there too. Number 1, and it's not even close, Osaka. It has the third highest population with 8.8 million people. The city of Osaka is the third largest in Japan, and that's where the reigning Pacific League champion Oryx Buffaloes play. 76 NPB players last year came from Osaka, 22 more than second place Hyogo. Some of them are Eagles infielder Hideto Asamura, the 2020 home run leader, Takahiro Okada of the hometown Buffaloes, and Seibu Lions catcher Tomoya Mori, the 2019 Pacific League MVP. Players from Osaka also have a really high success rate in MLB. 1995 Rookie of the Year Hideo Nomo, two-time Cy Young runner-up Yu Darvish, another Cy Young runner-up Kenta Maeda, 2013 ALCS MVP Koji Uehara, former Yankees starting pitcher Hiroki Kuroda. So this isn't a new thing. Osaka's been producing high-quality players for a long time. But the most impressive list of players would be of those who did not come from one of these prefectures. Reigning Pacific League MVP and Sawamura winner Yoshinobu Yamamoto comes from Okayama. Central League MVP Munetaka Murakami is from Kumamoto. Two-time batting champion Masataka Yoshida is from Fukui. Central League home run leader Kazuma Okamoto is from Nara. Hideki Matsui is from Ishikawa. Eiji Sawamura came from Mie. And on and on. Too many to name here. So I'll just stop. That's all for this one. And until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.